So this is project number 4, or assignment number 4, the color wheel in acrylic paint. This is the first of 6 painted color wheels. So first of all, make sure that you have all of your materials together before you start. Paint dries fast. For this assignment, you'll be using ultramarine blue, cadmium red medium, and cadmium yellow medium. Cut your board from the larger board and make sure that it is 10.5 inches high by 8.25 inches wide. Save your leftover scrap for the next assignment. Find the center of your board by marking a diagonal line from corner to corner on the board. Where these diagonals intersect, that's the center. Now place your compass in the middle, and using your compass, mark out your outer circle to 3 5/8 of an inch. Make sure the line's good and dark so that you're able to see it through the masking tape. Now mark the inner circle at 2 1/8 inches. Mask the entire board, making sure to overlap the tape. This is important because the paint will have a tendency to try to run through whatever cracks are exposed. Then carefully cut out the inner and the outer circles with an X-Acto knife. And now peel out the tape to expose the ring for the color wheel where you're going to paint. And now you're ready to start. So, position your paint on a disposable plate. Put the cadmium red medium straight up at the 12 o'clock position. Put the cadmium yellow at about the 4 o'clock position, and the ultramarine blue at around the 8 o'clock position. This is essentially where you're going to put them on the color wheel, but you're going to apply them kind of one at a time and work at blending them together from the primaries to the secondaries, and then creating the tertiaries in between. So, before you start, make sure that you have plenty of paper towels handy and several cups of clean water. You will need to clean your brushes frequently while mixing the paint. So first of all, start off at the 12 o'clock position on the color wheel and make a swatch of cadmium red medium about 1 inch to 1.5 inches wide on both sides of center. So 1.5 inches wide, make it like 3/4 of an inch either side of center. Okay? Next, make the 8 o'clock position, make an equally wide swatch of ultramarine blue. Now on your disposable plate, mix an equal amount of ultramarine blue and cadmium red medium to make a purple. It may be difficult to do this, but do the best that you can to achieve purple. We'll see more on this next week. Apply the purple halfway between the red at the top and the blue at the 8 o'clock position, somewhere around the 10 o'clock mark. Now mix the purple towards the cadmium red to create the red purple, and then towards the ultramarine blue to get a kind of a blue purple. Now you should have about 1/3 of the color wheel filled in from blue to red, with the secondary and tertiary colors in between. Clean out your brush with water and a towel and take some cadmium yellow and apply it to the color wheel at about the 4 o'clock position. Then, using ultramarine blue and cadmium yellow medium, mix a good green and apply it at the 6 o'clock position, or straight down opposite the red at the 12 o'clock position. Now mix the green towards the blue to create the tertiary color of blue-green, and towards the yellow to create the tertiary color of yellow-green. Be sure to blend your colors so as not to leave hard lines where one color comes up against another. Almost done now. Clean out your brush again and mix some cadmium red medium with some cadmium yellow medium and create a secondary color of orange and place it around the 2 o'clock mark or thereabouts. Blend towards the red to create the tertiary color of red-orange and towards the yellow to create the tertiary color yellow-orange. Again, make sure to blend your colors so that there are no clear lines between colors. You're trying to create something of a rainbow here. Your first acrylic paint color wheel is now done. Just have to wait for it to dry. Hopefully we'll have some hair dryers shortly, and this helps speed up the drying process. Once the paint is dry, carefully peel your tape from the outside first, and then peel it from the inside. Now it's ready to be labeled. Once you have all of the colors marked onto the board, it's done, and you should have something that looks remarkably like this. Now next week we're going to be watching another video from Scott Naismith, and then we're going to try another color wheel following his color wheel formula. We'll see what works best. All for now.